Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of DAAAFT. Hope you're having a beautiful and fantastic day. It's the international break. I actually enjoyed the international breaks because I feel like I have more time at the weekend. Last weekend was lush for me. I don't watch international games. There's UEFA Nations League currently, but I'm not really watching it. I don't care about it. I care about the main competitions like the World Cup, the African Cup of Nations, Euros, and that's about it for me. And obviously the Premier League and the Champions League when Arsenal is there. And if Arsenal is not there, from the quarterfinals onwards. That's the way I watch football. Sorry guys. But yeah, it's a long weekend. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed my day, spend more time with the family and things like that. Went Christmas shopping. Yeah, Christmas is next month and things like that. But I also linked up with my guy Daz from the Top 4 Takeover podcast on Spotify. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties and technical reasons, that episode is not going to come out. Apologies to my guy Daft, and also shout out to him. Please check out Top 4 Podcast on Spotify to talk all things football as well. So international break usually is the time where all these weird news are coming out and fake rumors. To start international break this time, there was that rumor that Sterling is not training very well. Only had 10 minutes to discuss with him before he chose him, and there's a lot of things going back and forth about that. I don't want to touch it. I personally think that the manager, that is his job. He's a manager. He has to manage the club. If the owners and the board decide to give him Sterling, even if he wants to say no, he cannot say no, right? You just have to say, oh, yeah, I have a meeting with him and let it be, tick all boxes and that's it. But I'm sure when he wanted to sign like Rice, he had a long meeting with him, isn't it, like this? He said he took him to his house and they had a full conversation and things like that. So 10 minutes is not enough to be convinced. But it is what it is. Him not training very well as well. What can I say? They've run him to the ground, and that's my worry with players like Saka, and Ben White right now playing through injuries, Odegaard playing through injuries, Rice playing through injuries. At some point, it's going to have an effect on their body, right? Rotate more. That's my main issue. But anyways, I think that was one of the key stories in international break. Another major story that recently popped up is that Arsenal are looking to increase the capacity of their stadium to 80,000. Okay, let me share the news with you. I saw it on Goal. I think, yes. Goal.com. Arsenal means business. That is the headline. Exclamation of business. That's what it is. But we know, what kind of business do they mean, right? Gunners exploring plans for 80,000 capacity Emirates Stadium expansion to become the Premier League's biggest round. Okay, what does that mean for title ambition? What does that mean for trophies? All these biggest, who has the biggest? Johnson. That's what it is, isn't it? Manchester United, I think 75,000, and followed by Tottenham with 60,000, I think. So it to 80,000 just means you are 5,000 over Old Trafford. But I bet you that just like the Emirates right now, majority of those are going to be like hospitality boxes and the club level and executive suites. That's what it's going to be about. It's not going to be more customers or more. Yeah, there'll be a fractional increase in turnstile tickets, but the Emirates makes most of its money from the executive and the luxurious suites. I'm sure that is what they're going to be doing. They'll probably have 5,000 more boxes for corporate clients. Speaking about the Arsenal team, I'm kind of glad that Saka and Rice did not go on international duty. I'm very, very happy that did not happen because Saka was injured and then had a 1 week break where we played the Carabao Cup against Preston. I think he did not feature. And then the first half against Liverpool, he was playing like a man possessed. He came to show why he is the star boy in the team. So hopefully he's had 2 weeks of rest and that can give us more of that kind of performance in the remaining games up until Christmas, because right now, my goodness, is going to be at least 3 games, like a game every 3 days. We need all our star players, right? The current injury list from Daily Cannon I'm looking at, Leandro Trossard got injured 2 days ago, November 17th. Injury unknown, possibly foot. He just was withdrawn early from the Belgian recent fixture against Israel. Return, we don't know. And the other guys that are injured, I'm not going to go into detail. Is Trossard, as we just said. Ben White is injured. We knew also just before the international break that he went on to do a surgery. He's been playing through injury. Again, Arteta killing our boys. Saka injured. Calafiori expected to return after the international break. Tomiyasu expected to return after the international break. Kieran expected in October, but has passed now. We know he's not going to play or feature, isn't it? Yes, his name is in the Champions League list, but I doubt that he's going to play. So we need all our guys back. We need to stop playing boys through injury. I know that when push comes to shove, you have to do what you have to do, but you have to rotate more, right? Give these guys breaks. Otherwise, everyone is like Saka has been playing since 17, 18. He's busting into the scene. When it's like 26, 27, it's going to be like Sterling, like he's past his age. People think that Sterling is about 30 years old. He's only 28, 29 years old. But he's finished already because he was run down, playing through injury, using people and not like giving him enough rest. That is not good for the team. It's not good for the squad. It's not good for the player. So I'm going to plead with our manager, Mikel Arteta. Don't be too selfish. Don't put your own personal ambition over the player's ambition, right? You know you're here for a limited number of time. People like Saka will still have like 10, 15 years ahead of them. So give them enough. Be sustainable. That is the word. We need player sustainability. The fact that you want them to play right now does not mean they should not be able to play again in future. All right, so rotate the boys some more. If they need rest, let them rest. Use your squad. If you don't trust your squad, speak to the best owners in the league to actually get you more players. That is my plea to Mikel Arteta. Let me rate the Arsenal season so far. Now, prior to the season, I expected that Arsenal are going to win the league. I still kind of expect it, but in reality, I think it is done. So based on the expectation and the performance, and based on how we've played in the last two and a half seasons, because even the time we missed top 4 by a point, we're beginning to play that attacking football, attractive football, and all of that stuff. So based on how we've played in the last 2.5 seasons, I would say that right now, the season so far, I'm going to rate it a 3 out of 10. A 3 out of 10. Yes, you can say we've only lost twice, but the way we are playing, the way we are drawing games, the way we are winless, it's concerning. It's concerning. People now know how to play against Arsenal. That was not the case last season because we always adapted. That was not the case 2 seasons ago until the boys got tired, So something needs to change, and I'm hoping that after this international break, things will change. And for me, the player of the season so far is Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey has been one of the very few players on form this season. At right back, he played very, very well. In the central midfield, is the best central midfielder that we have right now. So he is the man of a player of the season for me. Followed closely, I would say, by Timber. Timber is also purring, right? He's got flair. He dribbles, like you can't easily take the ball off him. He's not really had a bad game yet that I can think of. So Timber is my next, by close second, followed by Calafiori. Calafiori, the few games that I saw him play, it was immaculate, right? He dribbles, he goes forward. The only problem with Calafiori is that sometimes he forgets to track back. Obviously, he's new to that position and he might adapt to it in future. Some people will say, what about Bukayo Saka and Kai Havertz? Yes, Bukayo Saka has brought up the number, like he has the numbers, number of assists, number of like 2 or 3 goals with like 7, 8 assists, isn't it? Yeah, but it's not. It's giving us the number. It's our creative outlet, but I don't think he's hit form yet. Right, the only time he's actually played very extremely well has been the Liverpool game that I have seen. Right, so you can't be a player of the season because of that. Kai Havertz in the first few games scoring at the Emirates, yeah, everyone was happy, shouting, and then it's dipped. It's not his fault. It's just because Mikel Arteta don't really know how to play with strikers. That conversation has come back again. Because if you think about it, Aubameyang, what happened to Aubameyang? Aubameyang had 22 goals, golden boots before he came. The season we won the FA Cup. I think he scored about 20 goals, and following season he scored 7, and before he left, he scored another 7. That's a striker. Lacazette finished. Jesus, his first season 11 goals, and since then rubbish. Kai Havertz, again, he's no longer in the box. He's coming to play as a 8, a 6, sometimes a 5. Right? You can see him as a defensive midfielder. But now that Odegaard is back, maybe he can go back playing as a centre forward. But remains to be seen. With our next game is against Forest. I'm going to preview that game soon in the coming days. So let's look at the next couple of fixtures that we have. Together. I'll do this by looking at the Arsenal website. So the next game that we have, the next 7 games, I do 7 games. We have Forest at the Emirates, Sporting away, West Ham away, United at the Emirates, Fulham away, Monaco Champions League, as well as Everton. Right, those are our 7 games. So what am I expecting? I expect us to win every single thing. I'm not even going to lie. I expect us to win everything, right? We need to claw back points. Liverpool are 9 points ahead of us. Manchester City are 4 points ahead of us. Manchester City's next 2 games are Tottenham and Liverpool. So I expect them to drop points somewhere. I don't think Tottenham will do us any favors. We can remember from last season. And Liverpool, I expect them to either that game to be a draw, but I want City to win, right? I know people will say, but if City wins, then it means that they go out. Yeah, if we handle our business and they win, it means we are reducing the gap between Liverpool and us. I need someone to drop down Liverpool. So Man City win. I don't care. I don't want a draw there. But worst case scenario, draw, right? So if we win our games, we should be closer to Liverpool by the end of the next 7 games. But in reality, we should be beating Nottingham Forest. That I would like us to win only because of the table system right now. On a normal day, a draw away from home will be a good result. But we have only 7 or 8 points now in the Champions League. There are a lot of people on that same points. So for us to climb up the table, we need to win. So we have to be Sporting Lisbon. Amorim is no longer there. Maybe they will have a different style of football and then we can capitalize. We'll see. But if our players keep playing the way they're playing right now, it's going to be a difficult game. West Ham is going to be a tough game. London derby. West Ham always stands up against us. But Arteta knows how to beat Lopetegui. We'll preview the game nearer the time. I'm expecting us to win. Arsenal Manchester United. That's a very, very interesting game on a Wednesday night as well. Whew. But we're at the Emirates, so I'm expecting us to stand up and rise up for the game. They'll have a new manager bounce. Amorim would have started, played only 1 or 2 games. And so they'll have that, initial manager highness and players wanting to impress the boss type of thing. But I expect us to win at the Emirates, okay? Fulham was a tricky game for us last season. We did not win against them last season. They took 4 points off us. Right now, they've already taken a point off of us. We have to make sure that we win at Craven Cottage. They are playing well at their ground, but if Odegaard remains fit, we should be able to get a win. And if Saka is back, we should be able to get a win. Monaco, we beat them at the Emirates Cup as well. So I know you can't use the Emirates Cup to judge, but I think we have a good record against Monaco, so I expect us to win. And Everton, Sean Dyche, we should be winning at the Emirates, okay? Don't let these teams come and get points off of us. That is my expectation. You let me know what you think in the comment section below. I think that is where I'm going to round up the stuff. But let's talk about the general transfer window. I don't think we're going to sign anyone. Do you? Do you think we'll sign anyone? I doubt it. I don't want just bodies in the team. I don't want people to say, oh, we need to replace Ben White. We have too many defenders. Get us an attacker on loan. Because if you have a power net, Arteta is going to ruin him. Get us someone on loan that can, that is going to just do his own thing, strike the ball, put the ball at the back of the net, instead of all this crossing, and Havertz is not there. Saka is too short, cannot really head. Martinelli is not really good with his head. I don't know why we're crossing. We need someone that can get ball to his feet and strike, like Isak. Okay? Not someone like Havertz that would have a chance to take a shot. He'll still be running and looking for someone to pass to. Right? We need better forwards, better attackers this January window. But I don't think we'll sign anyone. But you let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you very much as always for streaming. Thank you for listening. Please press the like button and subscribe if you're new or yet to do so. And I will catch you at the Nottingham Forest preview. All right? Stay safe, take care, and see you soon. Psst, psst. Oi. Subscribe. Press subscribe. Thank you.